So welcome back to What If Zuko Became the Avatar Part 3. To recap what is known as this story's Team Avatar, they are currently staying in Omashu, training and exploring the place. Zhao currently does not have enough information to locate Team Avatar right now, so they're safe for now. It has been a few days since the last dream Zuko has had about a past avatar called Roku. However, to say Zuko is continuing to ignore these dreams, but they keep coming back stronger and stronger. And then he decides to talk to Iroh about it, and Iroh says it is very clear that you need to talk to this past avatar. It could be beneficial for your avatar training. So, what Zuko does is he takes Iroh's advice and he talks to Roku about why he has been persistent in trying to connect with him. And Roku says, Avatar Zuko, I must tell you about Sozin's comment and its rival. Now, I would also like to say, why is Zuko having these dreams? Well, I would say since there's a much closer connection between Zuko and Roku, which is more than Aang's connection, since Zuko is a firebender avatar and he's also a descendant of Roku, I would say that it would be much easier for Zuko to talk to him more than any other avatar. So as we get back to the story, Zuko is then told that he has roughly a year to master all four elements before Sozin's comment, which will boost firebending to an insanely powerful level, which would make being the Fire Lord tougher. After this dream, he tells Iroh about what Roku says, and he says a year might actually be enough time, as Zuko has already mastered earthbending and will soon to be mastering waterbending when we get to the Northern Water Tribe. I think we can organize a plan to take out the Fire Lord before then. Planning is the most important thing. Now, one thing we have not talked about yet was Zuko's mastery over earthbending. Now, Zuko is very confident in using earthbending attacks and is not too difficult for him, as it's not too distant for from his personality, as Zuko can basically create makeshift walls as defense and launch boulders, and nothing too special for earthbending. Throughout these weeks, it is time to give Bumi a goodbye, as Zuko has fully become great at earthbending, as his skills are quite good. However, as Team Avatar turns to leave Omashu, they hear shouting outside. It's Zhao. How did he find us? Well, Zuko is right. How did Zhao find them? Well, with that big Fire Nation ship, a few people have reported it, and Zhao has gotten word of it and traveled to Omashu without them knowing. With this new information, Bumi says, I'll try to hold them off, but I might risk getting captured. But the thing is, Bumi then says, you can take the spare boats. They may not travel you so far, but at least they can get you far away from here. If you stay and fight, you might risk getting captured. So, Team Avatar then leaves, saying they will come back to help Bumi with reinforcements. So after that, they go to the underground location, and then they use the boat to travel a somewhat far distance, in which they come across a little village. With Team Avatar, especially Zuko, discussing what should they do, as we lost our most valuable thing to go to the Water Tribe. Don't worry, Zuko says. Well, not Zuko, but Iroh says, we may have lost that, but we can still make it. They then reach land with Sokka and Guitar being relieved after being near water for it seems like more than several hours, as they had to take turns paddling the boat. Once they all go towards the land, they meet a person who is training their earthbending. The person tries to flee, but Zuko quickly stops by blocking them off using earthbending. The person is scared and says, "Please, I don't want to be captured." And Zuko is confused. So Zuko then says, "We are not trying to capture you, we just need your help," as Zuko breaks down the pillars of earth. He then says, "We are good people, and we were just trying to escape the Fire Nation." The person then explains that his name is Haru, and he is in a similar situation. So then he explains to Team Avatar that the Fire Nation will capture anyone who is an earthbender. And then Iroh says, we could help you in any way possible. Haru is relieved. He says, with the amount of people, we might be able to break my father out from a Fire Nation prison. So we just need a way to get to the prison. How can we do that? It might be easy since we're practically wanted at this point. So they go to the village where the Fire Nation is, and Zuko announces, "You can take me to prison." The Fire Nation soldiers are a little suspicious at seeing him, but then he starts to earthbend. The soldier says that Iroh and Zuko look familiar. They remember that they saw them on a wanted poster, and they realized that they could make a big profit, so they decide to take them away, with Sokka and Katara also following their lead. After that, they are sent to prison in handcuffs. They decide that the best course of action would to organize a group to take back the prison. Throughout that time, they manage to find Haru's father during lunch as Zuko starts a riot. The warden starts paying attention as he would really know that these people are the ones on a wanted list. The warden this time takes a bit more action against Iroh and Zuko, knowing that they are highly wanted criminals at this point of the story. So the warden calls his guards to send them to a special cell, but then Zuko heats his handcuffs through increasing the temperature, and then he breaks it on the steel floor. And then, after that, Iroh does the same thing. The Fire Nation guards start to attack as Zuko and Iroh start to fire them together, and they attack both the warden and the guards blow after blow, like dodging and like countering any fire blast shot back at them. And they use this to knock the soldiers off the ship, including the warden. The prisoners are excited at this point, as well as Sokka and Katara, which their handcuffs are also broken. The prisoners then escape with Team Avatar, with Haru saying, "Thank you for your help." So I would like to say at this point in the story, it seems to be pacing very fast, and that's because I really want to get to the Northern Water Tribe, and that's where the major plot point of the story will start to take action and start to occur. So we get back to the story as Haru's father, Tyro, is amazed that these people are firebenders that actually saved them. Tyro also says, "How can we repay you?" And Iroh and Zuko says, "Is there any other ship they can take, as we need a ride out of there?" And they say that there should be more ships as they aren't for fuel or repairs. This is perfect, they say. So then after that, the group escapes with Team Avatar, and they head towards the ship by defeating more Fire Nation soldiers on the way, as they successfully take control of one good quality ship just ready to go after they're done fueling it. They then escape, with the group especially Sokka saying that was a close one. Now we are ready to set course for the Northern Water Tribe. Katara is also relieved, saying now she can finally improve her waterbending skills. Days have passed with Iroh talking to Zuko about them finally needing to complete one more piece in training. Which Zuko learns it will not be easy, as Iroh says to meditate to concentrate on mastering the Avatar state. Though I know that seems a little random, but I think Iroh would know that the Avatar is very spiritual, and that's another part of training he would want Zuko to complete. So after that, Zuko learns that the training will not be easy, as accessing the Avatar state takes a lot of effort and time, which he has never accessed before, as he has never been in a very dangerous situation in the story just yet. So he decides to quit for the day. Throughout this time, they finally arrive near the Northern Water Tribe, where they are surrounded by people guarding the Northern Water Tribe. And as the ship approaches, which it is a Fire Nation one, they are confused on why a single Fire Nation ship would try to attack them. Team Avatar goes onto the deck of the ship, where they state their presence in which the Avatar is to learn waterbending. They then greet them as they are taken onto the ship and greeted by the people of the Northern Water Tribe. Zuko speaks and tells them that he is the Avatar. They are then transported to the place in canon where they get used to their surroundings. Iroh and Paco meet, saying it's good to meet you. Iroh then explains that the Avatar is here, which is Zuko, to learn waterbending. Paco greets Zuko, saying that their training will begin soon to prepare for it. So after that, similar things also go in canon at this point, with Katara being rejected from learning waterbending. But this time, Zuko says that she should also learn waterbending, as having a training partner would be great. I know this may not seem like what Zuko would say, but with all the time he has spent with Katara, he would want her to learn waterbending, as they're really good friends at this point in the story. Paco thinks about this, as he decides no, although disappointed in his efforts, Zuko says there might be another way for you to learn waterbending. So after that conversation, we then want to talk about Zhao again, and Zhao is really mad at Zuko and Iroh escaping, and he's angry after they take Boomy away. And throughout this time, he's been trying to figure out where they have gone, and until recently, he has gotten reports that a rogue Fire Nation ship is, of course, heading north, which gives him the idea that they may have the Avatar and they are siding with him. So at this point, Zhao is not really playing around, and he realizes that he must take them by force. So he organizes an army to infiltrate the Northern Water Tribe to capture them and the Avatar. But the thing is, he does not know Zuko is the Avatar, so we'll find that later. And that's basically it for the story. So I also wanted to say that thank you guys for 30 subscribers, as it has been really helpful in support with these what ifs. And I have a special video plan that's different from a what if, but I think it would be a great video to analyze Aang's fights throughout the series and how he improves as the Avatar. It's a little different, but I think it would be great.